How did Washington's neutrality shape US foreign policy? Imagine a young nation just beginning to find its footing on the world stage, trying to balance its interests with the desire to avoid unnecessary conflicts. This was the challenge faced by the United States in the late 18th century. When President George Washington took office, the country was deeply divided over whether to support Britain or France in their ongoing conflicts. Washington believed that engaging in European wars could threaten the fragile stability of the new republic. To address this, he established a policy of neutrality, which meant the United States would not take sides in foreign wars or conflicts. Washington's Neutrality Proclamation in 1820, known as the Neutrality Proclamation, set a precedent for American foreign policy. It emphasized the importance of avoiding entangling alliances with European powers, a principle that aimed to keep the United States out of costly and destructive conflicts. This approach was rooted in the idea that the young nation needed to focus on building its own institutions and economy without the distraction of foreign wars. The policy also sought to protect American trade interests by allowing the country to trade with all nations without becoming involved in their disputes. The effects of Washington's neutrality extended beyond the immediate conflict between Britain and France. It established a framework for future American foreign policy that prioritized independence and cautious engagement. The policy was tested during subsequent conflicts, such as the Quays War with France and the War of 1812 with Britain, but the core idea of avoiding permanent alliances remained influential. It encouraged the United States to develop a foreign policy based on national interest rather than ideological commitments or alliances. Washington's stance also helped shape the country's diplomatic relationships. It promoted a sense of sovereignty and independence, reinforcing the idea that the United States could navigate international affairs on its own terms. Over time, this approach contributed to the development of a foreign policy that balanced diplomacy, trade, and military strength while still prioritizing national sovereignty. The principles laid out during Washington's presidency continue to influence American foreign policy decisions to this day, emphasizing caution, independence, and strategic engagement with the world.